Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Leo. We're starting today in a reclined posture. That could be the posture I'm in, with soles of the feet touching, knees out to the sides. You could have props under your knees, as I do, to support the weight of your legs, make the posture even more passive. Alternately, you might just extend your legs along the floor. Feet start out in Shavasana posture, or you could plant your feet on the mat, let your knees lean towards each other. However you are most comfortable. Resting your hands where that's comfortable for you. Closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you, if you want to. Observe your breath. Just the observing invites the breath to slow down and get deeper. Finding your quiet, comfortable stillness also helps the breath slow down. And as we know, these things are all connected. We work with connections in yoga. One of the meanings to the word yoga is yoke, like yoking two animals together to pull a plow. So we yoke body and mind and heart or spirits. We yoke movement and breath. And we tap into these feedback loops, finding comfort and stillness helps the breath slow down. And the slower breath helps us be more comfortable and grounded and still. Mind maybe starts to quiet down. It's okay if it doesn't. Maybe as you get physically still, you get more mentally active. You can just observe whatever's going on. Feel your contact with the ground, with whatever props you're using. The ground is whatever is under you. Take in what's going on in the space around you, whatever you might hear that's going on outside the immediate space you're in. A moment ago, someone around the corner, I don't know, knocked over a broom or something. Things happen. Whatever comes up, we could just integrate as part of the experience. Don't even need to label anything as an interruption or issue. Just integrate it all. Scan your body head to toe real minutely. Take your time with your body scan. Notice as much as you can what's going on in your body right now. We don't need to change whatever it is. Just notice what's there. It's like an inventory. And we do this for multiple reasons. One is to take in any issues. Notice anything that doesn't feel good, so you can keep it in mind as we practice, knowing that you could skip or modify any part of this. And also when we pause again during the practice, when we pause at the end in Shavasana, you can scan yourself again and compare the scans to see what might have changed. If you wish to set any personal intention for this practice today, you can take the time to do that now. And with intentions set, let's share 3 deep clearing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sighing sound. Now, if your legs are in the position mine are in, with the feet together and knees out, lift your knees towards each other. Soles of the feet on the floor, heels close to your butt. Likewise, if your legs are extended, draw your knees up, plant your feet. If you had props here under your legs, you can move them out of the way. Arms out to the sides, palms up. And we'll mix things up a bit. We'll take a twist that we often take at the end of practice and far less often take near the beginning. Cross your right knee over your left knee. And if that's not workable for you, you could cross your ankle over your knee or split the difference and cross your calf over your knee. That's fine. To feel more sensation in the twist, to go deeper, you could draw your knees towards your chest. The most gentle way with cross legs is just keep that left foot on the floor. Let your legs go to the left, turn your head to the right, and see if your shoulders can stay grounded. Slowly come up to center. Cross your legs the opposite way. Again, you decide whether to bring your knees in closer to your torso. Twist when you're ready. Let your breath bring you out. Slowly come back to center. Uncross your legs. Stick your feet up. Reach your hands up to grab your legs or your feet. Play with moving your arms and legs around. Happy baby pose. Again, this is something that we often do right at the end of practice. More often than not, this is the last thing I do before Shavasana, but let's just mix it up today. So it's the first day of summer. Yesterday was the longest day of the year. And apparently it's International Yoga Day. So happy International Yoga Day. I don't know what else I'll do other than 2 sessions on Zoom. This is my second hour for practicing today. At least get that done. Maybe I'll get in some practice with Yanni later. That would be nice. Who knows? Maybe somebody else. Some new local friends who talked about getting together to practice, and we haven't gotten together yet. Maybe today's the day to nudge those folks. You can play here in your happy baby with feeling into where are their tight spots in your legs, your hips, your lower back. So yes, it's an inversion. We do this because it's playful and because it lets the legs and feet train. It doesn't mean we can't do some stretching here. So I'm just playing with extending one leg as much as it's comfortable and bending the other one as much as it's comfortable. And I'm sort of tipping down onto the bent knee as I do this. Any movement you want is fine. Maybe you want to massage your feet while you move your legs around. So for a while now, all my urban yoga classes have been gentle classes. But once in a while, we slow that down even because, gentle is a relative term. There's a range of gentle. Today, we're taking it even easier than maybe the average gentle with Leo. Hug your knees to your chest and a little more actively massage your back against the ground. Happy baby, there's a little bit of that massaging aspect. But tune into how's that lower back feel when you move against the ground. What movements feel good, feel better? Some days I get pain, discomfort in or around the sacrum. It's very much a focused sacrum massage here. So maybe it's big movements, maybe little, maybe slower than mine, maybe they're faster. It's getting really hot here. I'm happy to slow it down. Here it's 10:18 a.m. where it's 8:18 in Palm Springs, but the shade canopy here, the sun is not directly overhead, but the shade keeps disappearing. Let's take some full body stretches, nice and slowly, long breaths. Inhale, reach your arms and legs out. Exhale, curl up. And if you want, you can put some pauses in there after you inhale and stretch out. Exhale there. And inhale there. And when you curl up, you could do it again after you exhale to hug your knees. Inhale there. It's a smaller inhale when you're curled up. And exhale there before you again inhale to lengthen up. So if you want to do those pauses, do it at either end or both ends of the movement. I thought it felt pretty nice to stretch out, let the limbs relax, and take an extra breath. Even though the floor is really hot when I rest my legs on it. I don't complain about the weather. I just observe and mention it. Kind of silly to live on an island in the Caribbean and complain about heat in June. Got to remember it gets hotter in July and August. Let's start to sit up. You can hold your legs and rock front to back, or to be more gentle, raise your arms overhead. Hip on to one side, plant one hand, push it away from the floor, plant the other. Find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Your Brady boy, the comfortable position is sitting in the sun, panting away. I'm going to sit on my blocks on the forward edge of them, letting my pelvis tilt, and hips open. Oh, that feels good. Drink whatever you need to. Hope your air conditioning is working. You guys aren't as hot as we are. Let your arms hang loosely at your sides. Then raise your right shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back and let it down. And your left shoulder up and back and down. Let your chin come towards your chest. Slowly roll your right ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back, look up towards your ceiling. On over to the other shoulder. And back down through center. Nice and slowly. If there are tight spots, rock back and forth as you like to open things up. So we're speaking before class about changing my setup here. The laptop is on a lower stool than I've been using recently because in this morning's session, a kitten went near the dog's food, and this dog is usually not bothered by that. He got bothered today, and in chasing the cat off, almost knocked the laptop to the floor. Yeah, I mentioned this because I just noticed he was between me and the camera when he's moving around. And so I think that's a win. You get to see him more when the laptop's on the slower perch. Now he had enough sunbathing. He's lying on the cooler shaded tile to one side of the laptop. Just looking adoringly at Papi. That's me. Let's change the direction of these circles. When you finish the next circle, lift your chin and face forward. I'm going to shift off of my blocks here. I'm going to mix it up a little here. We're going to take a different seated twist here then, what I more often do. So let's go extend the legs forward. And then going to bend your left knee like this. Draw the heel in close. And then let your arms help your leg. Lift this foot and put it on the outside of the other knee. Little awkward. So with this left arm, you can hold your knee however you want, like this with your forearm or your hand, whatever's comfortable to you. And bring your right hand out behind you, turn your head to follow. The rest of that hand on the floor and block it towards your spine, not towards your spine, towards the line, in line with your spine. Block it towards your left side. Okay, that was a cueing failure. Haven't done this twist in a while. As you inhale, think of lengthening up. And as you exhale, you can think of twisting more if it feels okay. Now, depending on how far you twist, it might feel good to take this arm from in front of the knee and put the elbow on the inside of the knee, and you can sort of nudge yourself more deeply into the twist. But be gentle, just if that feels okay, if that seems like a good idea. This is one of those twists that sometimes produces those snap, crackle, pops, particularly in the lower spine. It's okay if that happens. It's okay if it doesn't. Let that unwind. And we can play here. We keep the legs like this and we'll go the other way. Walk the left hand behind you. You can bring the right hand to the front of your knee. Depending on how far you go, if you want, you can bring the elbow to the outside of the knee. So we'll do 4 twists. So after this one, we'll rearrange the legs the opposite way and do them again. It's nice to have familiar elements in practice, but it's a lot of benefits too to mixing in some unfamiliar things, changing things up, or some less familiar things, maybe not unfamiliar. Let that unwind. Now let the arms help this leg. Lift this foot, bring it over here. Extend this leg. Maybe bounce your legs a little. Flex your knees up, and that feels nice. Maybe slap your legs, pat your legs, a little percussive massage action. And go all the way to the hips or lower back. And then draw your right knee out, bring the heel in close. Keep letting your arms help lift this foot, bring it out here. Nice tall spine. And then let's go. We're going to go to the left again. We just went to the left, but different leg configuration, so they'll feel different. Bring the left hand behind. Right arm can be in front of the knee, or depending on how far you go or how it feels, maybe come to the inside of the knee and use that arm to nudge into a deeper twist. Try to keep that right foot flat on the floor for stability. I say that as mine was just lifting. As I'm going deeper, my heel started to lift up. Slowly unwind, and we'll go the other way, walking the right hand behind you, bring the left hand to the front of your knee, or left arm, or maybe to bring that elbow outside the knee, whatever feels good. So these are spinal twists, but because of the leg shape, this gets into the outer hips very nicely. And let that twist unwind. Use the arms to help lift this foot, bring it back here, extend the leg, bounce the legs if you want, tap on the legs if you want, tap anywhere you want. I know this feels good to hit the lower back. Find some piece of plant matter stuck to my shirt. Okay, draw the legs in, fold them however you want. It doesn't have to be just like I did. I got to scoop myself away from this baby lime tree here. Don't want to hurt this baby. Arms out here, rest your fingertips on the ground. Inhale, raise your right arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach to the left, lean into the left hand, and let your head go wherever your neck wants to be. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, let that right hand down. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, reach to your right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arm down. I'm going to try a little dance back and forth. It's basically those moves, but less pausing. So inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, arm down. So we'll just do all that sequence one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach across. Inhale up through center. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, across. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Bring your hands here in front. Walk them forward. Don't worry about the shape of this. This is the loose. Sometimes we even say sloppy forward fold. Let your neck disengage. Breathe into your back or any place that feels tight. Think of sending your breath to those places. Inhale, walk your hands back. Take your time to come up onto your hands and knees. You could tip forward and roll over your ankles or tip to the side like this. Or maybe some other way. However you want to get there, make your way to table. Reach your left foot back, press the ball of your foot against the floor. Then ease off that pressure, swing that foot slowly out to the side. And if you can, bring it in line with your hip. Don't force it. If it doesn't come that far forward, wherever it comes is fine. And however the foot rests is fine. Sometimes the foot flattens, sometimes you're resting on the inner edge of your foot. I never know what my foot's going to do till I come there. Today it's on the inner edge, and I don't need to push my foot flat down on the floor. Exhale, sit back towards your right heel a little, and inhale, glide forward. Just as much as feels okay. Pay particular attention to the inner left thigh. If you get a lot of sensation there, that's an indicator maybe you're moving too much or too fast or both. So maybe the movements will grow bigger. I'm not getting any discomfort in that extended thigh. So I'm going further and further. Feels pretty nice. It's kind of a complex stretching. So we take it nice and slowly. And then come to where your shoulders are above your wrists. And we're going to take an even more complex stretch here. Walk your hands forward. Let your head come down between your arms like you're in downward facing dog. Let the neck disengage fully. And slowly walk your hands to the right. Maybe like a foot. Maybe like a half meter if you feel like going further and you're feeling metric. And press away from the floor, like sending the right hip 2 inches towards the right heel. Maybe not even 2 inches, maybe 1 inch. Maybe 6 centimeters. We're building a house and we're talking all these measurements. And I struggle sometimes converting things. My brain's switching back and forth. Let your arms relax and walk your hands back to the center line. Then back in under your shoulders. Swing your leg back in the center line. Bring that knee down. Take a few breaths with cow pose, cat pose. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. After your next exhale, come back to the table. I'm rearranging things and scooting around to make sure I have enough room here. Reach back and press the ball of your right foot against the floor. Ease off. Swing that leg out to the side, maybe in line with your hip over here. Let your foot come to rest however it wants to. Exhale, sit back a bit. Inhale, come forward, being mindful of sensation, particularly in the inner right thigh. Just exploring. It's not unusual for one side to move more freely than the other, and we don't need to make them be the same. Bring your shoulders above your wrists. Walk your hands forward. Let your neck release, your head hang. Walk your hands to the left. Press away from the floor, send your left heel back, your left hip back towards your heel just a little. Let your arms relax a bit. Slowly walk them back to center. And then back in under your shoulders. Swing the right leg back to center line. Bring the knee down and take some breaths with cow pose and cat pose again. After your next exhale, pause at table. If you want, you can bring blocks in under your hands here. Step your left foot up between your hands. Step your right foot up next to your left foot. Explore whatever movement you want in forward fold. As much bending and lengthening of the legs as you want, as much swaying back and forth as you want. Hands can hang in the air or drag on the ground or hold the elbows or clasp at the base of your skull for some neck traction. You can always keep blocks under your hands in your forward fold, especially a good idea if your lower back is feeling at all tender. Nice support, just so you're not bending down as low. And instead of dangling hands, you can actively support yourself with your arms. Any of the load that's taken by your arms is a bit less for your back. Inhale, lift up halfway, press your hands to your shins, feel your spine telescope forward. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, roll to standing, hands overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let your arms hang at your side. Put some side bends here, a little something different again, mixing it up a lot today, right? Inhale, raise your right arm up alongside your head. And exhale, reach to the left. Let your left hand reach the rib. And maybe bend your right knee. Maybe I'd like to bend a little further to the right. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, let your right arm down. We'll go the other way. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your head. Exhale, reach to the right. Let the right hand dip down. Maybe let the left knee down. Inhale to come upright. Exhale, let your left arm down. Inhale, reach both arms out and up. Exhale, pull forward. We're going to take a bind here. Bend your knees a whole lot. Let your belly rest on your thighs. Reach your arms behind your legs and grab your elbows in your hands. Or if you can't reach your elbows, grab your forearms or whatever. Something like this. One hand holding the opposite arm. Each hand holding the opposite arm. Neck disengaged, head hanging. We're going to start to lengthen the legs, just to whatever degree is okay. And just keep breathing. Yes, this makes for some shallower breaths because you're folded in half. This can do wonders for lengthening tight hamstring. Spend about half a minute, which might seem like a long time. You can spend less time than that if it's too much. If you feel like it, maybe just for something else to do, you can gently take and nod your head while you're hanging here. Release your hands, let your knees bend a lot. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the bottom. Inhale up through center. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale down. Step your right foot back, plant your knee, untuck your toes. Step your left foot back, plant your knee, and untuck your toes. Inhale, reach your right foot straight back in the air so your legs parallel to the ground. Exhale, draw your knee forward. Can you draw your knee forward far enough to pass your right foot to the left front of your left knee? And then send your right foot back so your knees are crossed. It's a little awkward. And blocks under the hands might help here. It gives you more room to maneuver those legs. And yes, it's tricky to grab your blocks after your knees are already crossed. So let's undo that. We'll try it on the other side, and then we'll do once more for each side. So draw the right knee forward far enough to get the foot to come back. So you're uncrossing your legs and bring the right knee back down. So inhale, reach straight back in the air with your left foot. Exhale, draw the knee forward, forward, forward until you can pass the left foot to the right, and then send the left foot back, crossing the knees. And it's okay if both knees aren't on the ground as you cross your legs. I got both knees on the ground, but everybody's built differently. Slowly draw the left knee forward, uncross, bring that knee back down. We'll do it again with one little addition in the transitions here. Inhale, reach back straight through the sole of the right foot. Exhale, draw the knee forward, pass the foot to the left in front of the left knee, send the right foot back, cross the knees. Draw your knee forward, and then here's the change up. Reach all the way back straight again with the foot raised. And then bring the knee down. Yeah, that feels nicer, I think, than the other transition. Inhale, reach straight back through the sole of the left foot. Exhale, slowly bring it forward, cross the knees. Bring the knee forward, uncross, reach straight back in the air through the bottom of the left foot. Exhale, let it down. Make your way to a seated position with your legs extended forward and your feet flexed back. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, let them bend. Inhale, walk your hands up your legs and sit up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree is okay for you. Walk your hands down your legs to whatever degree is okay. Bring your left hand to your right hand and take a couple breaths. Bring your left hand back over to the left side. Bring your right hand to your left hand. Bring your right hand over to the right. Do that again and spend a little longer on each one. Bring your left hand to your right hand. Bring your left hand back over to the left. Bring your right hand over to your left. And bring your right hand back to the right. Inhale, walk your hand up your legs. Sit up. Use your arms to nudge your legs back together. Draw your knees up, plant your feet. Bring your hands behind you, make your way down onto your back. Draw your knees to your chest. The closer they come to your chest, the deeper our twist will feel. Reach your arms to the sides, palms up. Let your legs go to the left and turn your head to the right. Let your shoulders stay grounded. Slowly come up through center Just continue the movement to go into the other twist. Slowly come up to center. Hug your knees, rock and roll to massage your back against the ground. When you've had enough of that, you can take your time to make your way to your final resting pose. Where you might focus on your breath, reflect on an intention you had set for practice, choose something else to focus on, or not. Close your eyes if you want. Get nice and comfortable. Start to take some deeper breaths. And slowly explore movement. Allowing your movements to grow bigger and bigger. Take your time when you're ready to gently sit up. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and bows to that same light within you. Namaste.